Hey students, this is Coach Holliday, and today we're going to look at adding and subtracting polynomials. So go ahead and take out your notes and let's get started, okay? Now before we get into the video today with the examples, you need to complete the first part of your notes. You'll do that by going to the web page that is listed on your notes, and it's also here on the slide, http://www.basic-mathematics.com/definition of a polynomial HTML. And you'll need to complete or fill in the blanks on each of these statements. After you do that, come back to the video and there'll be a little song that'll summarize these, and then after that I'll have a couple of examples to work for you, okay? So go ahead and make sure you get that done and then come back to the video.
What's a polynomial? It's the sum of one or more terms. X squared plus 3x minus 4 with no division and no fractions. What's a polynomial term? It can be a number like 4, can be a variable like x, a number and a variable multiplied together, 3x. With no addition and no subtraction and with no negative exponents, that is a polynomial term. What's a monomial? It's a polynomial with one term. 2xy squared, one term, a monomial. What's a binomial? It's a polynomial with two terms. 2x plus 4, two terms, a binomial. What's a trinomial? It's a polynomial with three terms. X squared plus 5x plus 6, three terms, a trinomial. What's the degree of a term? The degree of a term is the exponent of the variable. X squared degree 2, 5x degree 1, 6 degree 0. What's the order? Put the terms in order from the highest degree to the lowest. X squared degree 2 first, 5x degree 1x, 6 degree 0 is last. That's a polynomial. That's a polynomial.
Alright, hope you enjoyed that little video and you have a good understanding what a polynomial, a monomial, a binomial, a trinomial all are. Now let's go ahead and jump down to the examples, and what we're going to do in these examples is we're going to perform either addition or subtraction. Now what you need to remember is that to add things, we're just talking about combining like terms. So to add polynomials, all we're going to do is combine like terms. Remember, like terms are terms that have the same base with the exact same exponent. So we're going to combine those things. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. We're going to add that polynomial to another polynomial, x squared minus 5x minus 5. Alright, so I'm going to write the first polynomial down. My 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. And I'm going to take the second polynomial, x squared minus 5x minus 5, and I'm going to stack those in the columns below the first polynomial that they go with. So my x squared, the like term with that, would have an x squared in it, so it's right here. So I'm going to put plus an x squared there. I have my minus 5x, and I'm going to put that with the x part, so minus 5x. And then I have just the minus 5, and that goes with the 2, so minus 5. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line underneath it, and I'm just going to add it like I do with addition. So I have 2x squared plus another, now that's just 1x squared if there's no number, so 2x squareds plus 1x squared make 3x squareds. I have 3x's minus 5x, so different signs, I subtract them and keep the sign of the bigger one, so minus 2x's. And then I have 2 minus 5, so 2 minus 5 is negative 3 or minus 3. And this is my simplified polynomial where I've done the operation of addition. So my answer is 3x squared minus 2x and minus 3. Okay? Hopefully you understood that. Let's move on to the next example. In this one, we're going to perform the indicated operations. So take a moment and look at this, and let's get ready to do it. Now notice that this has a subtraction in it. Now remember, with this minus, I have to treat this like a negative 1, and it's in front of a parenthesis, so I have to distribute that into the parentheses. We've done this before, we call it distributive property. So that negative 1 times x squared makes that negative x squared. The negative 1 times negative 4x makes that positive 4x or plus 4x. And then the negative 1 times positive 1 makes that minus 1. And now it's a addition problem. So with addition, we're going to do it just like we did the last example. I'm going to write the first polynomial down, 2x squared plus x and minus 4. And I'm going to bring the second polynomial down in the right column. So I have negative x squared, so it goes with the x squared part, so minus x squared. I have positive 4x or plus 4x, I'm going to put that with the x's, so plus 4x. And then I have minus 1, or subtract 1, and put that with the minus 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the columns up. So I have 2x squared plus a negative 1x squared. That just makes 1x squared. You can write x squared or 1x squared. I have a 1x plus 4x. That gives me 5x. And then I have negative 4 minus 1 gives me minus 5, and negative 5. And so what I ended up doing this problem is I ended up just doing basically the same thing as the addition problem, but I had to distribute that subtraction through. Okay? So my answer is x squared plus 5x minus 5. Alright, so hopefully you understood that. If there's any questions, you can go back, rewind the video, and watch again. That's it for this lesson. Make sure you complete that WISC and submit it, and we'll see you in class.